Good morning. Today is Wednesday, the 23rd of January, 2013. Here's all the news it's worth talking about in Panama today. The Cambio Democrático is getting the political party is getting ready for their primaries. And what's happening is that it seems like about half of the ministers who are currently serving on the executive cabinet want to throw their hat in the ring and run as in the primaries. Now, according to Panamanian law, you cannot be actively serving in the government and also actively campaigning. So you can work from like 9 to 5, and then it's starting at 5:01, you can go do political things. But in reality, if you want a shot, you need to do it all day long. So it was expected that anyone who wanted to take a shot as a candidate would resign from their position and then run. But that's not what they're doing. They're all asking for a leave of absence. So you've got like 6 or 8 ministers that are all going to take a leave of absence. They're going to run in this primary, and the primary process is going to be done between, I think, March and May. So then in May of 2013, if they don't win, they can go back to their job as a minister, and they will remain as a minister until the end of this period in their time in office, which will be until 1 July 2014. So basically, it allows them a chance to have their cake and eat it too. Of course, whoever wins the primary will, if he was serving in some other government position, then that person, he or she, will continue to be the candidate, and then they'll continue on until the regular election. So anyway, and of course, all of the guys in the PRD and the Panaministas are going, that's not right, they shouldn't do that. Well, whatever, that's what they're doing. It's legal. You don't like it. We don't care. You can go away now. So anyway, that's a topic of discussion in the news. All right, the IDAN has turned off water service for today in the area of Chorrera. They are doing some work on the Mendoza water treatment plant up there, and that is going to be going on for today. In the Estrella, there's a news story which is in Spain. There's a former senator named Luis Bárcenas, and it's an international corruption scandal which involves Panama, because this guy used a triangle of money laundering from getting the money out of Spain. I'm not sure how he got the money, but it was $29 million that he laundered through Panamanian corporations, which were recently formed, and then bounced that money through corporations in Panama to move it to Switzerland. So he was, involved in this thing, and he got caught, and now he's getting busted, and, it's all over the news in Panama, in Spain, and in Switzerland. So anyway, Panama's making international news for money laundering, and that's probably part of the reason why they're going to, there's been pressure for a long time to change these laws with regards to the bearer share corporations. Okay, they found, this is in the Critica, they found the body of a young man. I think he was like 15-year-old kid on the side of the road. It's called the Friendship Highway, or the Avenida de la Amistad. This runs from the back gate of Albrook to El Dorado. And his body was thrown on the side of the road. He was shot like 4 times in the head, and he's been reported missing a couple of days ago. So just discovered a body on the side of the road. All right, there was a little bit of a I don't want to say riot, but a disturbance in the La Jolla prison. As a result of that, the police went in and they basically locked the place down, and they did a search, and they found a 9mm pistol, a 38mm pistol, 10 cell phones, boxes of cigarettes, white powder, probably cocaine, drugs. So basically drugs, weapons, contraband of all types. In the prisons, this is the way it works, that the officials who run the prisons are corrupt. They take bribes in order to bring these things in. The prisoners are willing to pay a lot of money to get their pistol or their cell phone or their cocaine. And the people who run the prisons are corrupt. No one ever does anything to go after them because they generate a lot of money. They're sucking a lot of money out of the prisoners. And then, of course, as soon as the prisoners have all their contraband, they go in and confiscate it all to generate the demand so that they'll pay the bribes again to get their cell phone back. It's business. It's been going on this way forever, and there's no real effort to shut this down. It's just the way the system here works. It's unfortunate, but it's nobody in 25, 20, I've been here 26 years. It's been the exact same thing forever. Nobody's trying to make it go away. If they wanted to make it go away for real, they would start putting the corrupt bastards who are sucking money out of these uh, pretty much defenseless guys who are in prison, and start putting them in jail. Okay, here's a guy named Fabrica who's saying that this is in the TVN. He's complaining about the the plan to build the 4 underground parking facilities. They're gonna build underground parking garages, basically under 4 city parks, to create more parking in downtown Panama City. And of course, here's a guy who doesn't like the plan. He's probably running for mayor. Um, Whatever. That Panama City needs more parking, and if you've got a city park and you can put the parking underneath the park and then put the park back on top of the structure once you've done it, and you've basically improved the park when you're done doing that, then actually I kind of like that plan. And you need more parking anyway, so why the hell not? Okay, here in the Siglo, here's a guy, and again, I cover these stories with regularity just to show you that this is the kind of stuff that happens in some of the neighborhoods of Panama on a daily basis. Here's a 19-year-old kid was in an area called La Palmita in the area of 24 de Diciembre, which is out past the airport. And 19-year-old kid standing there last night, 10:30 at night. 4 guys in a vehicle go by, boom, 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 shot him 6 times. He survived the attack. So it's a drive-by shooting, but he's alive. In these neighborhoods, I believe I saw some stats recently. I think there's 6 areas of Panama City that account for 85% of the murders and violent crime. So it's areas like that, 24 de Diciembre. Don't buy a house there. All right. In the Mi Diario, Aníbal Galindo, who is the vice president of the Cambio Democrático Party, has said he's not running as a candidate in the upcoming elections. He's like, I'm just going to dedicate myself to what I'm doing already, and he's not. He's bowing out basically. So this whole process of defining who will be the presidential candidate for the Cambio Democrático Party, is in the process of working itself out. And this guy is like, I'm out. All right. Now the story about the bus drivers on the Metro bus is still in process. They want $800 a month. Yesterday, the Me Bus company came out and said, we never agreed to that number, so they're still in a process. Once again, I covered it yesterday. The math has to work out because right now the government is subsidizing the bus fares. So if the bus drivers get more money, then either the subsidies got to go up, or the price to ride the bus has got to go up, because the money to pay these guys has got to come from somewhere. Okay, that's it. I'm out. I'm done. Today is Wednesday, the 23rd of January, 2013. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.